others on how to take their business to the next level, transitioning like a champion. Derek, welcome to the Networking Today Global Meeting Leader Call. So glad to have you. I'm going to promote Derek's book in just a moment because I think each and every one of us should read this excellent book. But I've asked Derek to share a thought or two to help us take our meetings to the next level. Derek, my friend, the floor is yours.
The first thing I wanted to touch on was I know that we all are in transition daily. Whether it's our thoughts, whether it's our actions, whether it's business related, whether it's family related, we got things that are constantly changing. We're always in transition. Either you're going through a transition, just came out of transition, or a transition is on its way. So one of the things I learned when I was playing football, when I transitioned into corporate, and when I got into sales, when I got into entrepreneurship, was there were some things that my past had taught me that gave me an unfair advantage. There were some things that sports had taught me that gave me an unfair advantage. And a lot of times I left those things in the past and I left them in sports. However, after a year of struggling in sales, I sat back and thought about what made me successful in playing football. And at that moment, I had this aha. And what the aha was, is once I started to think about those things that had made me dynamic, that made me a lead in sports, all I had to do was think about what tangible things could I take away from those lessons? What could I take away from it? How do those things that I was able to take away from, how do they add value to my life? Okay, well, so once I took it away, how do those things correlate right now where I'm at with what I'm doing? Or how can they correlate in the future? And once I figured out how they can correlate in the future, I just had to figure out how they carried over. Once I thought this through a couple times, it registered to me that that was my transition formula. So I want to give y'all this transition formula that you can write down, that you can go apply and use it in everything you're doing, whether it's in life or in business, whether it's on a small scale or a big scale. And the formula is T plus C plus C equals ST. Now that stands for takeaway. The takeaway, whatever you've been through, whatever you struggle with, whatever you excelled at, what can you take away from it? You add that to the C, which is correlate. How does it correlate? How is it relevant right now or in the future? Once you figure out how it's relevant, the next thing is how can you carry it over? That's the next C. So you got T plus C plus C, and then once you do those three things, that equals ST. That's a successful transition. So once you're looking at anything in life or in business, you got to ask yourself, what's your transition formula, and are you applying the transition formula that's going to give you the maximum results you want day in and day out?